Oh, Eri, you, the woman of my life, my secret love, you criticize the crypto calc. Oh, what a nightmare. Anyway, I'll fight. I'll fight. Crypto calc is not dead. I can assure you. Just to explain, use cases has nothing to see with the way the CryptoCalc is done. CryptoCalc is done on metrics that are only based on volume, on velocity, on other metrics that have nothing to see with the use cases. So please, Eri, don't say that. Don't say that. It's just the difficulty is just to determine if the use case has an influence on the metrics of the calculator. It's just that. Please don't kill me. Be positive. Be positive.
Hey, everybody. It's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan. And this is Philippe, and he is a computer scientist. He lives in Belgium, I believe it is. And yes, he was reacting to a tweet that I put out there about his XRP price calculator. His calculator was an updated version of the calculator that was created back in 2018 based on an original white paper first written in 2017 by then Ripple board member and Stanford professor Susan Athey, along with Robert Mitchnick. He gave her a hand. Now, the calculator, the original one, was brought dark. Somebody did make a copy, and they have posted that. And it was Philippe that made a new version. I had him on my channel last year. It was last May, to be exact. And he revealed this updated version. And what Philippe wants to be sure that we understand is that the calculator doesn't care about use cases, only if the use case has an influence on the metrics. And so when you're putting in the values, my point was in the tweet is that we need to have these use cases that are with a prompt so that the users consider and include them, because you want to strive to have the best reflection for that forecast. And I think a lot of people just don't know the details when you get down into the weeds with the use case of XRP. For example, on-demand liquidity is now from a Ripple wallet, and the wallet can be dipped into on demand. The Ripple members could also, now think about this, use the same digital asset XRP multiple times in a 24-hour period for a cross-border transaction. And that differentiating factor is not in the calculator. So that one asset, just look at one digital asset, it could zip all over the world multiple times. It's not a straight line. And then we've got the new integrations like with Flare and the micro payments with Coil. There's the wrapped XRP that gets locked up in smart contracts. There's staking, there's loans, and then you have the forecasting, which will also impact those metrics. I'm talking about the automated market maker. And what about hooks? And also the huge coming world of tokenization. So it's all very complex. These calculations at the end of the day are just not that easy. And so using the calculator that Susan Athey did, my point is that it is really impossible for the average user to make those calculations. And it appears from the tweet that I put out there that Philippe is going to make some changes. He's going to make it easier for everyone to use. That is great. But still, I don't deviate from my original position, which is at the end of the day, the SEC case is going to end, and Ripple will be on its way trying to capture a giant piece of that remittance pie. But still, I feel that XRP in its retail use cases will eventually impact those metrics much greater than ODL. the on-demand liquidity which Ripple uses in its RippleNet solution. This year, there's no Ripple House in Davos for the World Economic Forum. Senior VP Brooks Entwistle in the Singapore region for Ripple told CoinDesk that he and his colleagues were mainly at the conference to meet with potential clients. And the Swiss resort, it's using hotel rooms and even, check it out, this chapel. This chapel is functioning as an impromptu meeting room. How about that? I have two really short clips to share with you with interviews that I've done in the last 24 hours. I have been super busy. I've got another interview coming up with the Sparkles team. They are an NFT Metaverse project that has built on Flare tomorrow. But these two-minute clips are very interesting. One is to show you what's being built newly on the XRP ledger. And the second one is to share with you what is going on in the extremely interesting world of stablecoins. So I'll let these take the video out. Until we talk again, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.
In 72, at that time, G10 countries had a meeting in Paris. Secretary of the Treasury in the US participated, and he stood up and he said the famous word, "The dollar is our currency, but your problem." And it has been the world's problem ever since. What we can say now with the GSU, the dollar is your currency and your problem. It is no longer our problem. So basically, to understand the GSU, you must understand that we actually came out of the old world where we had a long process in dialogue with governments and central banks, and we wanted to create a system of better stability compared to what we have today. And the problem occurred after I personally, in December 2008, experienced a drop of the dollar, disrupting a transaction we were doing in December. And who was to take that value drop of 12%, me or the opponent? I wrote a document and I sent it to all the central bank governors in the world and say, what do you think about this idea? And actually, more than 30 of them wrote me back and said, this is really a worthy idea. You should pursue it. System that calculates the rates. And what is unique with these rates are that they are more stable than the way of calculating exchange rates as you know them today. So we are looking in real time at more than 1,000 relations that are weighted correctly to each other. So it is like the center where everybody has proportionally the best stability relative to the current capital flow in the world, based on real numbers, based on real trade services, FDIs, remittance numbers, etc., and the actual fluctuations of the currencies. The GSU is documented to be the world's most stable unit.
My name is Trey Nelson. I'm founder and CEO of Blockchain Ventures, which is a portfolio of blockchain companies on the XDC network. Really passionate about getting the word out and kind of spreading the good news about the XDC network, and I really appreciate you having me on your show. So Dope Club NFT is a multi-chain and cross-chain NFT project, and our focus is minting exclusive NFT collections across every major blockchain. After going to a few conferences, I realized that not a lot of people knew about the XDC network. So I got to meet people like Aaron and Austin at Altcoin Daily, the Link2 family, and do a podcast with them at Decentral Miami. The man, the myth, the legend, Joel Katz, David Schwartz, CTO at Ripple, and BitBoy, Ben Armstrong. So when I realized not a lot of people knew about XDC, I kind of took it upon myself to build a platform, a central hub for the XDC community. And we called it On XDC for all of the companies building on and beside the XDC network. This is our collection on XDC NFT. This is our Genesis collection, and everyone who purchases a Dope Ape on XDC NFT actually gets a DC United XDC jersey. We've also minted collections on Avalanche. You can find this on AVAX. We've minted a collection on Zoo's Market for Hedera. We've minted a collection on OpenSea. You can find our dope apes here. I'm excited to announce today our Dope Whales collection on XRP. We think about actual factual rarity. I would say even scarcity, because there's only 10 dope whales that will ever be minted on the XRPL. So the best way to follow what we're doing is on XDC Network on Twitter. You see it here on your screen. Plus my personal Twitter page is TreyNelson_. Thank you again. I really, really appreciate you having us on.
Congratulations for launching on the XRPL.
Thank you so much.